Hey guys, I want to show you an update of my new pedal board. So a little bit of a life update. If you watched my last video, you know that I just talked positively about the Quad Cortex, and unfortunately, I do not have it anymore. And I still love that unit, I still wish I had it, but unfortunately, I had to sell it. So to make a long story short, I lost my job. And so when you lose your job, you lose your income. And when you lose your income, you have to start selling your stuff. And so I had to start selling my gear. One of the most expensive pieces of my gear was the Quad Cortex. Put it up on Reverb and someone bought it and I got money for it. So it was a really good deal, and thank you to that person that bought it because that really helped me out a lot. Unfortunately though, when you lose your Quad Cortex, you lose your pedal board that you've been playing with. And so ever since then, I had to rebuild back. Now, fortunately, I did have some pedals lying around here and there, and I had the power supply still as well from the Quad Cortex, so I just put stuff together and I just made a small pedal board. Also, another reason why I am planning not to get a digital pedal board in the meantime is because I don't do a lot of live sessions or gigs at this time. So now I'm just having fun, just rebuilding my pedal board again, and possibly I am gonna get an amp. You see, before I lived in an apartment, and now that I'm actually in a house, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, maybe it's a good time to get an amp again, where there's an amp in the room, not a digital amp. And that's something I've been contemplating about for a while. I have not used an amp for like maybe 10 plus years. It's been a while. And the main reason for that is every time I went to like a live session or a live gig, they did not want amp on there. So I always had to use like a digital amp or an amp sim, and so I stopped using amps. I'm eyeing on the Fender Princeton right now, and I used that before live and it was great. If you guys have any other suggestions, I would happily look at it, but that's the one I'm eyeing on right now just because it seems like it's loud enough and quiet enough for just home usage. So I'm just gonna show you the pedal board that I have right now, and as you can see, it's a little bit a work in progress, I would say, and it's still building up. And if you just look at the pedal board itself, it's on a Ghost pedal board right now. There's just a couple pedals missing. I want a compressor on here, a modulation pedal like a chorus. It's missing like a reverb pedal. And so there's some pedals that are missing. However, I kind of make it up for it when I'm using a software on the computer called Logic. And I basically have a reverb plugin, and I also have an amp plugin too that I use. I kind of make up for it with the plugins, so it's been working out for me. I don't play on live sessions or gigs, so I just been having fun just rebuilding this pedal board again. The newest addition I just added was a Strymon Timeline. That's been really a great delay pedal. I had it before and it's been just a great pedal overall. Let me just walk you through just my thought process on certain pedals that I have on this board, and then at the end of the video I will show you some sound examples of it. Alright, so first let's just talk about the pedal board itself. So the first thing you gotta notice is that it's on a small to mid-size pedal board. It's by the Ghost pedal board, or Ghost. I got it on Amazon. It's very inexpensive. I got it a while ago. I had it just lying around, so I've been using it. One of the things that I noticed about this pedal board in terms of quality, I wanna say that the Pedaltrain, it does feel a little bit better, but this one works for me for now. You know, maybe I'll switch in the future if I'm getting a bigger size, because I plan to rebuild the pedal board and try to get more stuff on it, but we'll see in the future. So one is the tuner itself and the wireless by Shure. I had that thing for a long time. I love it for live gigs because it's wireless and it's been really good. I love just that even at home I can play wireless because I really don't like cables. I understand that people don't like wireless because of the latency issue, but this one works really well. I highly recommend it. It just keeps everything stress-free for me. Next one you're gonna see is the Micro POG, and it's such a good pedal. I love that thing. Basically, I use it for solos, and and sometimes I use it for like ambient swells. It just adds like a nice shimmer effect to it, and it sounds really good. I highly recommend the Micro POG. I also had the POG 2 at one point as well, and I really like that unit because you can do a lot of sounds with that one. However, just at this stage of my life right now of using gear, I want to simplify all the functionalities of a pedal just for now, because when I had the POG 2 and I even had the Strymon pedals, at that time I was just so overwhelmed by all the features, and that kind of stressed me out a little bit. So I'm just getting to know the sounds of the Micro POG, and it's been working well for me. The next one is this Dunlop volume pedal, and it's been really good. I had it for a while. I really like the bigger version because it's just a bigger foot size, but I got this one and it's been working really well. I was kind of afraid of the size for your foot, but it's pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. Unfortunately, mine kind of squeaks a little bit. I did contact customer service about it. Pretty much they couldn't really do much about it in replacing it, so I just kept it, but it's fine. I try to tighten the screw on it a little bit or just clean it up, and it's still working fine. It just squeaks a tiny bit on mine. If you want to do volume swells, if you want to control your sound, it's pretty good for those kinds of things. So the next one is an interesting pedal. It's called the Nobels ODR-1, the natural overdrive. So when I think of overdrive sounds, I think of like the Blues Breaker, I think of Tube Screamer, I think of the Klon, I think of the Rat, kind of these traditional overdrive pedals that I've always looked at on YouTube and just kept hearing about. And when I heard about the ODR-1, I hear a lot of Nashville players use that pedal. Now, to be honest with you, when I first got this pedal, I wasn't amazed by it. I actually didn't understand what this was about, because when I got something like a Marshall Blues Breaker, like you can tell there's like a brightness to that sound. There's like a little bit of just a different type of sound or something that's happening to the EQ. You can definitely feel it in the Klon pedal, and something like a Tube Screamer, you definitely feel that mid bump. But when I use this one, it felt like a bigger amp. You're using your amp sound and you turn this thing on and it's like everything gets just boosted, and it feels kind of flat to me, to my ears. Like the bass gets boosted and then the treble gets boosted, but it's not like overly powerful. It's almost like everything kind of gets brought up. I mean, that's just to my ears. I put it on pretty low drive on my settings. I'll just put a video clip, and I put it on pretty much like 9 o'clock. Spectrum would be like 3 and 2. Level would be like 2 or 3 as well. So I bring those up. Sometimes I roll them back, but I have noticed that when you do up the drive, it does sound a little bit better. You hear more of the character of that pedal. It's still a work in progress for me. I'm still building a relationship with this pedal. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna be on this pedal board for a long time, but a lot of people rave about it, and I want to keep testing it out. You know, you never know until you keep trying it out and trying to see if it's a good part of your sound. So the next one is a pedal that I actually love, and I'm learning to love it even more the more I use it, and it's called the ODD by Warm Audio, and that pedal is good. If you like the hard rock sound, if you like a punch, that is the pedal that you want to get. And Warm Audio, I gotta say that I really love the company's prices. It's really good. Like, they have high quality products, and also the price is really good too. It is still over, I believe, $100, but just the value you get out of this pedal, I mean, it feels nice. Like when you hold the pedal in your hand, it feels like it's high quality. It does not feel cheap at all. Now for this pedal, I don't use it on a very high setting. Like, I'll down the drive a bit, and the tone will be around 2 o'clock, and then volume will be around 2 o'clock as well. Great pedal. There's this mid bump that I do feel as well, so there's like a little bit of a push that I do feel from that pedal, and I actually like that characteristic. I like that there's a little bit like a push, and of course there's like a bite to it as well. So if you're like into like rock or hard rock, I think this is a good pedal to have. On the other end, I do want to say that you can use this as a low gain overdrive. I don't think that gets advertised enough about it, because I don't use it on a high distortion or high drive on this pedal. It sounds good just on a low overdrive setting as well. For now, I have the Nobels, right, for the low gain overdrive, and then I use the ODD box for like the medium level. So, but sometimes it's on a low setting too. Next on my chain is the famous Strymon Timeline. This is a pedal that I have bought before, and then I had it, I loved it, and I sold it. and I sold it because I was moving on to another pedal board called the Helix. And so ever since then, I did miss the Strymon pedals. I missed the Big Sky. I missed the Strymon Timeline. And those are two pedals I think are wonderful. I think if you have the money for it, you should get it. And so I just bought this recently, literally a couple days ago. And when I first turned it on and I played that tape setting, I'm like, wow, okay, I really missed that sound. It just sounds high quality to me. It has all the features that I want. And back then, I only used like the tape setting, and I did not use the other settings as well, like the swell, the trem. I'm enjoying the D-bucket as well. I'm enjoying the digital. I'm enjoying a lot of the effects that I didn't get the chance to use. See, because back then I had to just play live sessions, right? So just put on that tape setting and then just go for it. Nowadays, since I'm not doing a lot of live gigs, I am just happy just to explore and enjoy my pedals. So the Strymon Timeline is really good. And I think for me, I became more of a delay person over time than a reverb person. And what I mean by that is that for the reverb, unless I'm doing like ambient stuff, I don't need multiple reverbs. And that's why the Big Sky was really good, because it had, I believe, 3 options for the reverbs. But nowadays, I kind of just put the reverb on like one setting and then just let the delay kind of do its magic. And so for the delay though, I do feel like I want 2 types of delays. One for like a quarter note delay and one for like a dotted 8. And sometimes I want like even a longer one just for fun. And now I have the Strymon Timeline, so it has like a setting for A and setting for B. I can do 2 different settings now, and it's great. And of course, you can bank up and bank down as well. So the Strymon Timeline is really good. I think it's a pedal that's remarkable. Again, I just have nothing but good things to say about that pedal. Okay, so the next pedal is called the Transportal Shimmer Echo. And this is a pedal that you probably don't see on a lot of people's boards. And it's by Mr. Black pedals, and it's a pedal that I bought back then. I really liked shimmer sounds. I'm not sure why, I just like that bright, angelic shimmer sounds. And so when I was just exploring, I saw Mr. Black pedals. I bought a couple of his pedals back in the day, and I love them, and one of them was a Transportal. I had this pedal before, and I loved it. I believe I have some like old videos on YouTube about it too. And it's good. I love it just to like add some texture to your sound. So when I'm just like picking my notes, it just adds a little shimmer effect. But it could be overbearing at times if you put too much, if you put a little too much of the effect on it. But it sounds good. Like every time I turn it on, like it sounds like there's a lot of texture to your playing. And you could do ambient swells on that thing too, and it just adds more texture to it. Do I recommend that pedal for everybody? I don't recommend it for everybody if you don't like that shimmer sound, but you know, I bought it, I sold it, I missed it, so okay, I want to get it back, so I got it back. And another thing too, I don't believe it's available right now, or when I was looking for it again, it was not available, so I had to kind of wait until it was available again, and then it reappeared out of nowhere, and then I'm like, okay, I need to get that pedal, and then I bought it. So not sure if it's available right now, but if you like shimmer sounds, I highly recommend it. And if you like ambient stuff, highly recommend that pedal too. So now you got a view of my pedal board and just some explanations about it. Let me show you just a couple of sounds. For the demonstrations of the sounds, I'm gonna be using this Jazzmaster. It's just a great guitar, I highly recommend it. I think back then it was around $500. It might be $600 now. I'm not sure what the price is. Really good for a Squier. It's been modded a little bit. I believe I modded the tuners a little bit, if I can show you real quick, for these locking tuners. And then the pickups have been changed, I believe, to Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups, I believe. I think it's the number 2 one. Changed the bridge on it too as well, just for this rolling kind of bridge. It's good. It's been modded. There's like, I believe, electric tape on here that the guitar technician did just for ease of tuning, because the other one, I'm not sure why, the tune stability was not good. As for the sound of it, got it because when I held the Jazzmaster at Guitar Center, I really loved it, and it just reminds me of a bigger Strat, because I played a Strat for a long time, so when I held the Jazzmaster, it felt like a bigger Strat to me. One thing I like about the Jazzmaster is just the user friendliness about it. So, you know, all the knobs again are on the right bottom corner. The switch is on the left bottom side. I believe the Les Paul is like on the top, which is fine too. I like that. But I really like the switch on the left bottom side. And most importantly, I like it because when I'm playing the Strat, sometimes I would hit the switch, right? So if it's on the left bottom, I don't hit the switch at all. And it goes left and right, not top to bottom. The other thing I like about it is that there's only 3 options. So I believe it's a neck, it's the middle, and it's the bridge pickup. And all settings are great. I mostly use it on the neck and the middle. On these pickups, it gets pretty bright. So unless you're gonna dial back that treble and the brightness, I would not recommend it, but I still like it for if I'm doing like a lead boost or something like that. If you want to look for a Jazzmaster, I highly recommend this one. And it's not that expensive compared to the other Jazzmasters. And again, this is a Squier, and I used it live and it's great. hope you enjoyed those sound demonstrations and the overview of my current pedal board. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. And also, if you like to just support this channel, you are welcome to like and subscribe. Until next time.